Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we dive into the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and explore the road ahead of them and their companies. I'm your host, Olivia Salmons, and in each episode we'll uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced along the way, and the strategies driving their future growth. Today I'm excited to be joined by Emma King, a strategy coach and the founder of It Takes Two, a practical performance tracking system that helps founders cut through the noise and focus on what truly drives growth. Emma's work empowers business owners to make strategic decisions based on real metrics, not guesswork, turning data into clarity and results. Emma, welcome to Founders Future. Thank you so much for joining me here today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here, and I'm excited to dive in and learn more about your journey. So, typically with all of my guests, I do actually like to start at the beginning. So if you don't mind taking me back to what it was that you was doing before you started up It Takes Two, and then from there, what was the motivation behind it?
Yeah, so along with It Takes Two, I actually have an events company that I've been running for 18, 19 years now, I think. And if we go back 8 years ago, I was that founder that was in the weeds, firefighting, being stressed, meddling, all the kind of stuff that was the sleepless nights and such like, and actually fell out of love really with my business. And I kind of, on one hand, I felt that I was losing control and I didn't know what was going on. And on the other hand, I was in everything. So I was kind of getting nowhere, if you like. And we had a strategic planning day with my team and my business coach. And he was kind of, asking me, what the outcomes were, what I wanted to achieve. And I was like, you know what? I don't care. I just really don't love this business anymore. And after kind of lots of prodding and poking, I finally sort of said to him, you know what? I just want a business that runs like clockwork. And he was like, great, we can put some things in there, we can plan the day. So, excuse me, we planned this day and I was kind of sharing the vision of what, because even though I felt like that, we still did have a plan. We still did know where we were going as a business. And I was sharing kind of what the next 12 months was going to look like. And then just one of the team just rose to the top. So Julie is now my co-founder in It Takes Two, but she just seemed to get it. She kind of understood my vision and she just seemed to be able to communicate it to the team better than I could, really. Kind of, we often say that, I speak a different language and a different speed to the team. And what she does is she translates it to a language they understand and at a speed that they can get on board with. I can be 100 miles an hour, ideas flying everywhere. And she kind of brings it all down into a plan. And from there, really, me and Kevin, my coach, were saying, that could be it. This is what the business is lacking. Somebody between me and the team who isn't there to be a barrier, but is there to kind of move things along, keep us all gel together. Because one of the big symptoms was I was a bottleneck, because every decision had to come through me, etc., etc. So shortly after that, I approached Julie and made her my chief operating officer. And she went through this whole roller coaster of, at first, oh my God, that's amazing. Thank you. I've been recognized, all that kind of thing. Obviously, it was a promotion for her. And then went into, I don't even know what that job is. And what does it do? And I was kind of like, well, I don't really know what I just know that you were great at whatever it was that you did. But because I'm the 100 miles an hour person, I wasn't the best person to train her. So she went off and kind of almost was self-taught. And then roll on 8 years later, that's when we're like, oh, it's kind of a passion for taking those people in that role, giving them a mentor and a coach and bringing them together as a community so that they don't feel so alone. And that's kind of really the history of, and it was from that day onwards where my life became a lot calmer, less frantic, and the business really made a move forward.
Yeah, I love that. So as a lot of founders do find themselves becoming the bottleneck of their own business, as you said at the start, fighting all the fires, wearing those many hats and just they end up with like a glorified job at the end of the day, which isn't what you want to do when you start your business.
Yeah.
And amazing that you kind of found the yin to your yang. Is like although you're
Yes.
describing it, someone that really understands the way you do and can just like
Yeah.
communicate that to everybody else. They're inside your brain and know what you're thinking, and they can help you
Yeah.
out.
And she's a
And
detail person. She's the one that,
yeah.
talking about like the data, she's the one that collects the data so that I feel in control without being in everything.
Yeah, I love that. And it's also so nice to have someone that really understands your mission for your business as well. So you can just put all the trust into them and then take it to that next level.
Yeah.
Um, Amazing. So then let's dive into It Takes Two a little bit more. So obviously we have the co-founder Julie on board now as well. So walk me through like who would you say is your ideal customer at this point? And then from there, how is you help them and how do you and what offers do you provide to them?
So an ideal client, it can be one, people come to us either one way or the other. One is where they're like where I was. Like they
Yeah.
read about stuff and it's like, yes, I get it. I'm firefighting, I'm not sleeping. Um and uh they either need to identify somebody, so they would go in and do a planning day like we had, and identify who could be a great second in command. And then it's really so I coach the business owners on how to have a great 2IC and what have you, and how to let go but not abdicate, etc.,
Yeah.
etc. And then Julie coaches and mentors the second in command so that they
Amazing.
have someone to talk to. And what we like to say to people is, if you imagine a business owner, we have business owner events. There's lots of podcasts for us. There's lots of coaches out there, strategic stuff, books, everything available to us. And yet, the second in command doesn't have that. There's nothing out there for them. Yes, there's a few books, but they tend to be aimed at bigger businesses. So we tend to work with the kind of um, sort of 500,000 to 2 million revenue kind of
Yeah.
bracket. It's when a lot of businesses the stall, they get to a certain point and then they don't know how to get above that, and that's when a great second in command comes in. So they're either in that pain point of um, not being able to move forward and have somebody, or they're on a big growth trajectory. Just onboarded a client this morning actually, who he's very much aware he's got big plans. He's got a COO, and it was just I need to keep this person constantly educated and
Yeah.
trained up so that she can keep up with me. Because that's what happens. Business owners, they go to events, they go and talk to people, they get all these ideas, and then they just magically expect the team to be able to keep up. And we have that support, but second in commands tend not to.
Yeah, it's so true. It almost kind of goes back to leadership development within a corporate setup. So slightly big, obviously bigger companies, but people being relegated, promoted into a role, and then from there, that isn't their sign of brilliance. You know, it's very hard to manage a team. It's very hard to communicate with your boss when it is their baby as well. They're looking to take that to, as you say, another level and struggling themselves. So having that communication and the way you've split it as well is so good. So obviously you've got the business owner that's giving support on the front end, and then the COO, the second in command, whoever it may be, also having that same support so that hopefully
Yeah.
trickles down through the business as well. Really cool.
Yeah, it's
Nice
just yeah,
synergy.
it really is that kind of one of my sayings is, and oh well, Julie's as well, is they say it's lonely at the top, but it's not, it's lonely in the middle. It's
Yeah.
that person that has to, and if you think about that role as well, the role has two main functions. One is to buy back the business owner's time, and the other one is to execute the vision. And if their job is to buy back your time, what you don't need then is somebody being emotionally expensive because they need they need more of your time than what they're there to protect, if you know what I mean. Um, or if they are feeling lonely or they don't know they don't know how to execute something, it's like who do they turn to really? So to give that person a coach and a mentor is it speeds up your trajectory. It's for
Yeah.
you as much as it is for them.
100%. As you say, the time aspect is so important to founders, you know. So bringing on onboarding somebody, training them up, explaining it with the whole process, just solving that solution from the get-go, obviously is a
Yeah.
no-brainer.
Yeah.
And then I'm curious to see then how you go about acquiring your customers. So like in terms of channels or methods, what are you finding most effective in attracting that right kind of person to work with?
Yeah, so the currently our most effective way really is speaking at events and doing things like this, but more so either live events where we go to trade shows and what have you, business events, and deliver either our keynote or some specific training. Um, or webinars if it's online because there's only so
Yeah.
many events out there. So we run regular webinars as well of people to come to. And it tends to be that it can work both ways. More often than not, it's the business owners that come to us and they are in that either pain of being in the weeds,
Yeah.
or they recognize that they want to grow and they need somebody by their side. But it also can be the second in command themselves that recognize that they need the training.
Nice.
And they come to us and then kind of put a business case forward to the boss to say, I'd love to have this support in the business. So
Nice. So I'll obviously very heavy on the knowledge on the front end, putting yourself out there, face-to-face communication. Do you like use any form of social media at all when you're trying to drive traffic maybe to the webinar or just more of an inbound fluctuation of leads?
we do into like so even things like I have a LinkedIn weekly newsletter. Julie has a subscribed newsletter that we talk about the same subjects but from the different angles.
Gotcha.
So we do that. We also have, I can just quickly reach this like a product, these conversation cards that we send people.
Oh
So
yeah.
these are just great. A lot of business owners will say to me, um, like what should I do on my one-to-ones? Why they
Mm,
know they need to do these one-to-ones, and the relationship between you and your second in command is really it's often the most neglected, but it's one of the most important relationships in your life. So these conversation cards are just a pack of 52 cards with 52 questions on to ask your second in command, all around being aligned to the vision or prioritizing workload or there's lots of different
amazing.
subject areas. So that's a good way for us to connect with people. But yes, a lot of social media as well around general kind of what we're up to and advice and what have you. But also then inviting people to the webinars. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. So nice and organic, just being top of mind, as you say. And I like the cue cards. They're like prompts to come through with.
Mhm.
Because as you say, it could be
Yeah.
quite awkward in a one-to-one if you don't know how to approach it, you don't know how to manage a team as well. It's really hard for a founder, again, coming from his own
Yeah.
brilliance into managing a team. It changes the dynamic a lot.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then in terms of obviously the team yourself, so is it just you and Julie at the moment working on this, or do you have like back end that helping you out with marketing and with like sales process as well?
We have a marketing team that do campaigns for us. So, for instance, if we are exhibiting somewhere and speaking, the
Yeah.
campaign to do that. Um, but majority of it is still done by ourselves, the kind of the social media stuff. And then when we're doing events, because we have an events company, we have an events
Makes
team that
sense.
can come and do
Yeah.
so anything like that. But then they're busy doing their own jobs. That's usually can you come and help at this kind of thing? But no, we do the social media stuff. Um, uh, yeah, we do it. Well, I'm saying it's Julie because I'm terrible at social media. So it's usually her saying, Emma, when you post something, because this people must think it's only me and the business is called It Takes Two. Like, where are you? Kind of.
Yeah. Julie's, I'm here. I just it
Yeah.
takes one at the front and one at the back. It's
Yeah,
great.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. And then Emma, so what is the plan moving forward for yourself then? So like what the next 6 to 12 months have in store for you? Are you looking to scale the business? Like what is the goal for you moving forward?
So our big dream, if you like, that the sort of the ultimate purpose is to build um the world's biggest community of second in commands, and particularly aiming at that small business side, because when they do come together, and I see it, um, at events when they kind of find each other, it's like I found my tribe. So that's our plan. Our big goal going forward is to build that big community, alongside because the coaching itself, unless we want to build the world's biggest coaching school, which we don't, that in itself
Yeah.
isn't really scalable. But obviously, and we don't, I'm saying the world's biggest, that is the really big dream. It will start in the UK and build from there kind of things before we quite take on the world. But that's the big dream.
Love it. So home territory first and then conquer the world afterwards. Oh,
Absolutely.
beautiful. And then with the community, so I like the idea and obviously having that camaraderie and as you say, finding your tribe, finding your people must be really nice for that on the side. So where are you finding the biggest challenge in kind of setting that up and taking that world conquering goal for yourself?
It's kind of almost contradicts everything because it's time, isn't it, to kind of to do that. We've just because of the events, like I only work in my events company one day a week now. So that's been the result of doing what we do. Julie, like, and I was saying to you earlier, I've moved to Spain, live on a beautiful island. Julie runs the business completely. I work strategically, and do the coaching side. So that it's kind of yeah. Sometimes, even though we've had a lot of growth, if you like, in the events company, a really big change that's kind of taken up. So yeah, time is it's still we all only have so much of it, don't we? So maybe I should say prioritizing my time as opposed to time itself.
Yeah, I like that. And time has been the running theme. It's all about saving time as a founder, saving
Yeah.
time and putting out the fires. Amazing. And then Emma. I should be speaking to Julie as well. It would be nice to have you both on. But Emma,
Yeah.
yeah, Emma. So I have one final question to ask you before we log out. So if you could go back in time and you can only leave yourself with one piece of advice moving forward, something you know now but that you didn't know then, what would you say to yourself?
It would probably be to do everything sooner, like to build that team around me. There's a lot of founders out there still trying to do it all themselves. And uh, what's that saying? If you want to do it slowly, go alone. If you want to get there quicker, go together, something like that. It's that sense of I'd have found the yin to my yang sooner than I did. Even though I've known Julie for about 18 years, we worked out. I would have seen that in her sooner.
Yeah, I like it. I appreciate it, and I really appreciate your time today, Emma. Thank you so much for joining me
Thank
and for
you.
sharing your incredible journey and insight with us. Where can our listeners reach out to connect with you, work with you, and just check out all the work and amazing things that you're doing at the moment?
Yeah, so on LinkedIn it is Emma King, and I've got a bright pink blouse on. So if there's a few of us, I'm the one in the big bright pink blouse. And our website address. I'm going to pause here for your production team because I actually don't know it. I think I did. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll say that again for you.
No, don't worry, take that. I think I've got it in front of me as well.
Yeah. Our website is it takes two.global, and the two is a number two.
Oh, beautiful. It takes number 2.global.
Yeah.
Love it. And beautiful. And Emma, thank you again for joining us. And to our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, please do not forget to subscribe to Founders Future via wherever you listen to your favourite podcasts. And if you are a business owner, specifically a coach, consultant, or agency owner, and you're really looking to scale your business and you want to enhance your sales and marketing efforts, visit closers.io to hop on a call with one of our team and discover how we went from zero to $30 million per year in less than 3 years. But until then, keep on climbing and we will see you on the next one.